Stress can not only wreck your mood, but it can also halt your fitness progress, especially if you're over 40. That's why I tested Soul Retreat VR and I was amazed at how quickly my mood and focus improved. So, let me show you 5 easy, science-backed ways this brand new app can help you relax and reset from the comfort of your living room. So last summer, I had just arrived at this parking lot and I was getting ready to go for a hike when I all of a sudden heard a branch break behind me. And I turned around just to see this massive grizzly bear coming out of the trees. I had only seconds to close up my car and get inside before the bear marched right past me. My heart was pounding and I was breathing quickly, which is a really common reaction to a stressful event like this one. I was able to get into my car and drive away from the thing that stressed me out. But in everyday life, we're not always that fortunate. Stressors like large projects, arguing with a friend or your partner, someone you love getting sick, finances, and so on, can pile up. Over time, this can lead to weight gain, loss of muscle mass, getting sick easier, depression and anxiety, brain fog, and feeling hungrier. So how do you prevent this from happening? Scientific research consistently show that mindfulness and meditation routines can reduce stress and anxiety, which is why I get so excited when a new mindfulness app is released. And Soul Retreat immediately stood out to me as it boasts of delivering personalized guided sessions using a combination of your goals and your current mood. When I put on my VR headset, I was immediately transported to a different world. In just a few seconds, I was no longer in my messy kitchen or boring office. Instead, I'm surrounded by beautiful mountaintops, green hills, calming waves, and flowing rivers. For the best experience, I made sure to personalize my account by selecting my goal and sub-goal, defining the area of my body where I tend to carry that extra tension. I chose my belief system, set an AI coaching style, and a mentor. Your mentor's affirmations and quotes will show up in your practices.
How about a mentor story in Loch Ness?
So I was super excited when I saw Rumi, as I thought it was this Rumi, and not this one. But it still works.
And as Rumi said, let the beauty we love be what we do.
Now, every time I start Soul Retreat, I am asked how I am feeling, and my answer determines which session I am recommended. You can follow your coach's recommendations, or you can choose between listening to stories, using music to guide your breath, learning about meditation practices, checking in with your body through movement, and more. But just as cardio workouts don't build muscle, not every mindfulness or meditation delivers the same result. So how do you choose which session is best for you? If you want more defined arms, you'll go and do bicep curls and tricep extension. Similar principles apply to mindfulness and meditation. If you're struggling with constant stress, you need a different approach as someone who is trying to be more focused. How do you know what to do? When you open Soul Retreat, you can choose between the daily retreat and the daily story.
Welcome back, team.
Both of them are related to your personal settings and the environment that you are in, and include useful tips on how to complete a mindfulness practice if you're new to all of this.
Today is about learning what awe is, why it matters, and how to practice it in a grounded way.
But there is a third option, which is where I think Soul Retreat has the most potential. To access it, select Choose Your Own Session and wait for the check-in.
How are you feeling right now?
Then choose Speak to Personalize. That way, you can use any word or sentence to describe how you're feeling or what you are currently struggling with.
Low energy and I need to wake up so I can focus on work.
The app will then create a personalized session for you tailored to what you need right now.
I'm creating a affirmation meditation. Wake up and focus to help you reset gently and gather steady attention for work.
This is also where it's useful to be a little AI savvy. When telling my
hear
coach that I am feeling stressed,
I'm feeling very, very stressed and overwhelmed.
she generated an affirmation meditation for me.
I hear how overwhelmed you feel. I'm creating an affirmation meditation.
And although I really enjoyed the session, it wasn't as targeted as I had hoped for. So instead, I asked the AI, what is the best mindfulness practice for someone who is stressed? And I was quickly recommended a breath focus session using the flow of the music as my guide.
Breathe in with each rising note.
Similarly, when I asked what will be the best option from someone who is tense, I was recommended slow movements to help me release the tension in my body.
Bend your knees a little and hinge forward from your hips, keeping your back long.
The ability to ask a coach for recommendation is an absolute brilliant feature. And even though it's not quite perfect yet, I'm very, very excited to see how it develops. Soul Retreat has one more feature that is a lot more powerful than you may think. I prioritize spending time outside in nature every week. And there's no doubt in my mind that this has a huge positive impact on my mental health and stress. In fact, research shows that forest bathing, which is the practice of connecting with nature, significantly lowers stress levels and improves blood pressure. But it's not always easy to just jump in your car and drive out to find this peaceful place. What do you do if getting outside to a peaceful green space just isn't available? Well, several studies have consistently shown how exposure to photorealistic nature and sounds in virtual reality makes people feel less stressed and improves their mood. Soul Retreat features several photorealistic landscapes, and I've had a hard time picking a favorite. For most of my sessions, I either press pause or go to the music tab and select music off or nature sounds only. There's just something so incredibly relaxing about hearing the trickle of the stream or the waves hitting the beach, and I feel even more immersed and relaxed. Taking a relaxation break or two throughout the day can have a big impact on keeping your stress at bay. But there's an even more important way that your body recovers and resets. Most of my clients are 50 years or older, and they all struggle with getting good quality sleep, especially the women. You see, when we enter perimenopause and beyond, we lose our body's natural ability to keep stress at bay, which can make it difficult for us to fall asleep and can cause us to wake up several times throughout the night. Poor sleep can lead to several health complications such as weight gain, anxiety and depression, impaired memory, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and a weakened immune system. So how do you make sure you get a good night's sleep? Weekly mindfulness practices have been shown to improve sleep and reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol, and Soul Retreat has specialized tools to help your evening wind down. Start by going to your settings and selecting preferences and timing. Here, you can set your target bedtime, so if you start the app at the end of the day, it knows that you need to focus on your evening wind down. Then use your hand gestures to go from daylight to evening. And I also discovered that the AI coach offers even more help and insight than what is shown at the surface. I'm a big fan of Yoga Nidra, so I asked my AI coach for a session, and I was very excited when the answer was
Absolutely. Let's shift into Yoga Nidra for winding down.
Now, it wasn't the perfect Yoga Nidra and body scanning session that I had imagined, but it made me really excited and made me continue exploring more of what the AI coach is hiding to make my Soul Retreat experience even more personalized.
Let's do a body scan together.
The bottom line is that evening wind downs are highly recommended to improve your sleep quality at any age. And it's especially important for us over 40. And Soul Retreat makes it easy to find a practice that suits you. So most studies that focus on the stress hormone cortisol don't find a difference after just a single session. But when we look at the accumulated changes, there is a reliable drop in blood cortisol over time. So how do you know if it's working? Just like with exercise, you might feel better after one single session, but it will take longer to have physiological effects. Staying consistent with daily sessions builds confidence, improves positive thinking and motivation, and makes it easier to maintain a healthy lifestyle over time. Soul Retreat keeps track of how many sessions you've done,
This is your 5th session, and that consistency matters.
how you're feeling, and asks you what you need each day. So no session is the same.
How are you feeling right now?
Different environments and session styles keep it fresh and interesting, so it's much easier to stay consistent. And even though I am a big skeptic when it comes to AI-generated fitness programs, I've been really impressed with how Soul Retreat adapts. Anyone can easily jump in and start building their practice from scratch. Soul Retreat is released on MetaQuest today, and I definitely recommend that you give it a try, especially since the guided meditations and stories are free to access. And if you want more environments, more detailed personalization, and voice chat, you have the option to upgrade to a Plus membership. But here's the thing. Lowering your stress level is only one part of the puzzle. If you want to build more stress resilience, you need to improve your cardiovascular health. So, watch this video next as I will show you exactly how you can do that using VR.